What's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 283, and we're recording on May 27, 2024. Happy Memorial Day to everyone.
Yes.
I'm Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
As a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk, sub to us on YouTube, join the Discord, and be a part of the nation. All right. In terms of the announcement, today in the after hours, after the show ends, I will be doing a Island 2 coverage section. We're gonna go over the last two episodes because they were pretty critical. We're going to make a tier list of who I think is going to be safe because we're ending part 1 and we're gonna have a fan vote.
Yeah.
So it's going to be finally we're gonna have it, and then I'm going to pick a group if I was the producer after that. So that's what we're going to do then.
All right.
And then Warren has something to announce as well.
I also got another YouTube stream going on Thursday. This will be live. It'll be 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to listen to the aespa album, full-length album together. We'll talk about Armageddon today. But hey, be there or be a rectangle.
All right. Let's get to the big new releases. We got 3 big songs today. We got RM with Lost. We have NewJeans House Suite. We have aespa with their second title track, Armageddon. Actually, it is second NewJeans title track as well. Everyone's doing double title tracks. It all of a sudden just became a thing.
It's a thing.
NewJeans and aespa, I've all did it. RM technically did too, I think. So, actually, no, that was a pre-release. So this is, yeah. But I don't know. It just all of a sudden, double title tracks.
More content.
Okay.
More swings, I think.
It looks like, okay, no, Bubblegum is a pre-release. It is not a title track. Come Back to Me is also not a title track. It is a pre-release. However, Supernova is a pre-release. It is a title track. Also a pre-release.
I see.
So aespa's doing a double title track with Armageddon.
I did as well. I definitely did.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just a trend. I kind of like it. More content. Can't really complain.
Yeah. All right, same.
All right, let's start at the top. We have RM with Lost. He is from Big Hit. The last track was Come Back to Me, and he also released a song called Wildflower, which we really liked. Man, RM is doing some stuff. He's in the kitchen.
He is.
He's really expanding his boundaries. He's really hitting like the just generic pop market, not the Korean pop market, right? He's hitting the pop market. How do we feel about this?
I'll let you go first, Anita. How do you feel about this one?
Oh, so I wasn't here the week that you guys covered the pre-release, right? Come Back to Me.
Come Back to Me.
Mm-hmm.
That one was very mellow, right? That was more of a indie rock, but like the coffee shop type, like wave to earth type of thing sound,
right.
Which made sense. And it was also very refreshing because that's not something RM usually does. I think he's more known for his rap skills, his rap music and content. So it's very interesting that he's been focusing on something very different. This one, though, Lost, was giving me more Tyler, the Creator vibes, thinking more of like maybe the music video also led me to go that route where it's more of like Call Me If You Get Lost, a little bit of Earthquake, like in the music video with like a fake night show type of thing, which is very interesting. I did not expect that at all from him, but it's cool. I would be very surprised if he was not influenced at least a little bit by Tyler's stuff because it would make sense.
They're doing that like 70s European inspired awkwardness. I don't know how to describe it, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just like kind of absurdist and awkward and people stare in the camera weirdly, like, and it's uncomfortable for effect.
Yeah,
they're kind of doing that. It even reminded me a little of like I'm dating myself here. There was a movie, Napoleon Dynamite, which really kind of hit on those type of things.
Yeah.
And it was just like an awkward movie. Kind of felt like this too. This one's way more palatable for me. You remember last time when we were talking about Come Back to Me? I was like, I don't know what we're doing here. I'm confused.
Really?
I'm uncomfortable.
This is just more pop.
This one definitely feels more
Yeah.
pop. Yeah. I would see like this one. This one is definitely into the alt genre, like indie genre. It's not like something that would easily classify as R&B or hip hop music. Although maybe like alt hip hop, like alt rap is where I'd throw it into. Given where the production is and whatnot. I think I definitely say it's very clear where the references and the influences are coming from. Tyler is definitely there, both in the sound and the visual as well. And I know there's people like saying like he plagiarized Tyler. I'm not gonna go ahead.
I don't.
That's
say
too
that.
far. That's too far.
That's a stretch. There are very clear audio references to it, like very similar instruments, very similar ways they're used, that kind of thing. The song starts off with Jay Clef's vocal. Jay Clef is a R&B musician in Korea who is known for her like very like muted voice tone, and that's the person in the background vocals and in the beginning of the song, and that you begin with this kind of like lazy in a good way, lazy as in like relaxed kind of way, and I think that's where it starts picking up, and then it obviously goes into a double time by the end of the song, right? And I think that's really cool. The production is really something with this track. I think that was the craziest part about it, and for someone like me that definitely enjoys a lot of the music that comes out in this genre, it just was felt very familiar in a very nice way, which makes sense if you look at the production lineup. People have been comparing this to like the indie Korean Avengers almost. Like you got
really?
Yeah, like you got your vocalist off of Silicagel, Kim Han-ju, as the main writer for the song.
He wrote?
Yeah, he wrote the song.
I didn't know he wrote.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes so much sense now.
I know, right? We got Marl Dunn, who works with Dean very often. We have like Jay Clef. You got Sean Yun Junkyard off of Bombing Tigers, so that's definitely there as well. Unsinkable, Kim Isle, like all these are like very popular underground indie names. And that's where, for me, this sounds very, very familiar. And I think RM is kind of like almost playing like a curator role, if that makes any sense. Like he's like pulled together all of his cool buddies, all the people he's like.
So it's like the opposite of what producers like Code Kunst and like Primary do, where instead of getting people to sing the track, he's assembling the Avengers to make the track.
Yeah,
it's the opposite, right?
Yeah. And
that's a good way to put it, isn't it?
Yeah,
right?
No, it is. It's the reverse Primary.
It's the reverse Primary or reverse Groovy Room or whatever, right?
The reverse. Yeah. I think for the most part, the song where the song doesn't work for me is like very unfortunately RM himself.
Really?
I don't think his rap is working. I don't think his vocals are really working here either. The lyrics don't make a heck of any sense. I think it worked a lot for me with Come Back to Me, particularly because he seemed a lot more relaxed. It was very pulled back. Here, there are moments where he's like leaning forward a little bit into the mic, clearly, and it kind of sounds it sounds like muffled yelling, if that makes sense. Like a very loud mumble. And I don't think it's really working for me. But I think production-wise, really, really big fan. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate the attempt to kind of pull all this together, because like obviously this isn't pop music. This isn't something that K-pop fans would normally expect. Yeah, like like how many times have you come across music like this, Doug? I mean, like then. No,
not often.
No, this is definitely a palette expander for a lot of people. I appreciate that,
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. Like, there's a decision to not sing traditionally, to not deliver the lines or the words in what you would expect. Like, they're making weird decisions, right? And I think it's just the aesthetic of the song. But this song and the last song, they both kind of chose to do that, right? It's like, I guess that's just the vibe then, right?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, honestly. I really like this music video. I don't know what they were trying to tell me, but it was cool. There was a lot of world building in this music video, which I liked. I don't know.
He and his one too. Yeah.
It's like him and his crew are like
walking around.
Went down this weird building, and they're in there and they're doing stuff, and like. There's even like Simpsons motif. You know that one scene where the light turns off and their eyes are there? Mm-hmm. The eyes look very similar to the Simpsons.
Yes, I remember that part.
And then at the end, it kind of feels like to me like him and his friends are all in a rut, and then him and his friends help him climb out of the rut by climbing, like, you know how they made a human ladder at one point towards the end, and then he gets out of the rut, but they're still in it, but they're happy for him. You know how they're all looking up the. That's what I thought they were trying to say there. Like, he's doing well, and we're happy for him, but we're still not. You know,
That's not that. That's so sad.
it kind of felt like that to me. They were looking up through the hole. You know.
Yeah. It's a weird vibe that is a little like.
It's
unsettling, like,
uncomfortable. Yeah, a little
nostalgic.
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
But I mean,
But
it was really cool though.
it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I to me it came off as like Arm's confused. He's you know he's now like what, early 30s now, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's early 30s. He's confused about where he's going.
I was 29 in
29.
international.
I apologize for the but like he's not 12 anymore. You know what I mean? Like he's not young. He is not living a very typical life. He's living the life of a person who's very confused about the direction of his life, the way he wants to go in. And I think that's what the song is going for. That's what the music video is going for. It's a maze. He's lost. It's all in his head. Clearly, it's a mumbo jumbo in his head up there. And I think, yeah, both the visuals and the song is like is kind of talking to that. And I thought that was really nice because like that's a message that only not a lot of people can talk about, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought this track was a lot of fun. I think he's doing
That's nice.
out of all the BTS guys, he's definitely pushing the boundaries the furthest.
Yeah,
I would say
totally.
he's really going out there.
Yeah.
Of what I
trying to
expected for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I could kind of see why he did it, and I completely get it, and I like that he's doing this. You know, he's pulling people into the deep water with him, right? He's like, we're gonna go on an adventure. Y'all are gonna just come with me whether you like it or not. And I could respect that. I would say this one. This is a high tingly. It's a vibe. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite song ever though.
Really.
Okay.
This one was. The more I hear it, the more I like it.
Okay.
So I feel like it's been on the low spicy for me.
I want to try something and say this is a spicy for effort. Mild for execution. So
shit.
tingly.
We're categorizing it now.
Tingly.
Shit.
It balances it out. Balances it out. Tingly is what I'll say. Mid tingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, let's keep going. Next song. Despite all the controversy at home with Hybe, Adore, Minijin, B-Lift Lab, all this bullshit that's happening right now. NewJeans came back. They had 2 songs.
Yes.
This one today, How Sweet. They are from Adore. Will they be at Adore forever? Who knows? But right now, they're at Adore.
Yes.
Last 3 songs, we have Bubblegum, which we did talk about. We have ETA. We have Cool With You. We have How Sweet, which is, it's essentially a title track and a promotion song at the same time, right? Which, you know, I'm fine with. It is what it is. You got to get that bread.
It's not a title track now.
It's not a title track? It's not?
Yeah. How Sweet is. Bubblegum is not.
Oh, yes. How Sweet is the title, though?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry. I misunderstood you.
Wait, I was like, I'm talking about How Sweet.
Sorry.
With some heavy advertising, too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said it's essentially a promotional song.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Mans. Okay. Filmed in Japan, clearly, based on that train scene alone.
I thought it's Taiwan.
Oh.
It might be Taiwan. Yes, filmed in Taiwan, as you could tell from the train scene. I'll just recant myself right there. You know what? You're probably right now that I'm looking at it. Ah, shit. Whatever. How Sweet. I really like the song. I thought it's a lot of fun.
Right?
I thought the dance choreography is great. The Hani's weird hair is growing on me slowly.
Hey, nice.
I still think it's horrendous, but less horrendous than last time. You know what? Her dancing carried me to like her hair. Like, she was
you.
As it
destroying.
should.
The choreography is really good this time.
Oh, yeah.
I thought.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like it.
It's just a fun song. How do you guys feel?
Oh, this is good. I like it. It's
The chorus.
Oh yeah.
So catchy.
Yeah. You like the chorus, Anita?
Yeah, no, I feel like for me, the beat itself is super fun, right? Even from the start, it's very has that it's a retro. What I call it? Retro, like 90s ish.
It's got
type of.
it's got a Miami bass kind of a genre to it. Think of it as like I'm gonna say this is a pop rendition of the stuff that Run DMC used to do back in the day. Beastie Boys. Y'all know those names?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
yes,
80s
yes.
hip hop, 80s upbeat dance.
Oh,
hip hop.
80s.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I can see that. And but I found that the vocals were very light, which I thought was very cool to pair it with this type of beat. And I don't know, I thought it worked really, really well. I liked the styling as well too. It was calling back to a more retro vibe, like a more hip hop based too.
Oh yeah.
And the choreo. The choreo is so fun. I love the footwork at the end too.
I like
fun.
the classic hip hop dance move, the one where you put your legs, like no.
Oh.
The arm dragging,
doing?
right? The arm
dragging.
swinging.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, you like that move?
I don't know
Okay.
how to do it. I'm not a dancer.
Hey, I looked it up. This is from the Taiwan. Definitely
Yeah.
in Taiwan, guys.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
Nice.
It's definitely, I said that's what I meant.
That's yeah.
You know why I also thought it might have been in Japan? Because there was like a sweets shop, which are very common in Japan, in small towns. That's
could
why
see
I was
that.
thinking like, maybe it is. Because I've seen them in like anime and manga and shit. But no, you're right.
I know they have them in
definitely
Korea too.
Yeah, definitely Taiwan though. Come on, guys.
I really like the song. I definitely agree with you. It's like it feels very refreshing to have their kind of like chill voices sitting on top of these like cool percussions. It's essentially very similar to the formula they had with Ditto. And I'm gonna guess that we're gonna keep seeing something like that, where we have very complex, aggressive percussions that are like not very like they're aggressive, but they're not like overbearing. If anything, you have these nice chords sitting in the background, and then you have the vocals that are kind of relaxing. Like these all work really, really well to kind of, I want to say, create some tension in a very nice way. Keep you engaged in a nice way. That's I think what makes it really easy re-listenable, because obviously the vocals are they're not overbearing, and you end up with a situation where, like a lot of the other tracks, it's not like particularly oomph giving, but it's catchy and it's like very much
Let's talk about this.
re-listenable.
It seems like with NewJeans, some of the tracks are meant to have like very iconic moments in terms of dance choreography, like OMG, right? Attention. Those are very like if you think about those songs, you think about the choreography, the big moves they were doing, like the
Hype
gorilla
Boy.
swinging arm, things like that, right? Hype Boy, very big movements. You're like, oh yeah. But then you do have songs like this Bubblegum, like Ditto, who the song is there more like it's just like a vibe, but there's no part of it that you're just like, oh, I remember that moment in that song, right?
Okay, there's no killer moment.
That's what I'm trying to say. There's no killing point of these songs. They're just kind of there. And for me, it's like I think this song works because I like NewJeans. I like the vibe. It's fun. It's youthful. The choreography is good. Are we going back to the same well a little bit too much?
Do you think the formula maybe is so?
I know the formula is definitely working because everyone loves their stuff, right? But are we just going back, like switching up a couple pieces and then putting it back out?
I mean, I want to say I'm fine with this level of repetition.
Okay.
Because a lot of these songs, yes, they have a similar formula, but at the same time, they're all very different sounds. Like,
True.
they haven't done Miami bass or like this kind of hip hop music yet.
Yeah.
Closest attempt, I guess, was Cookie, but that's closer to trap music, like bubblegum trap. And a lot of this is like there's a core characteristic and it's getting different flavors. That's what I'm getting.
Which honestly,
Yeah.
I sometimes say I wish a group would just find the lane. They found the lane.
They found the
right?
lane, yeah.
So who am I to say that they need to leave the lane? Additionally, I just want to say maybe a hot take, but I think NewJeans' argument that Islet's copying NewJeans in terms of sounds and shit is getting worse and worse. Her argument there as NewJeans releases more songs.
Okay.
You don't see the similarities.
In terms of music,
Oh.
not really.
Here's what I'll say. If you listen to that press conference, she was saying stuff like, we knew
The
other
concept thing.
No. She said that they knew other people would copy them and that they were planning to change it up. So it sounded like this was gonna be that change up. However, is it as a change up? Was it enough? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'll say.
This is not a change
This
up.
doesn't really
at
feel
all.
like a change up.
It does not at all for
No.
me.
Mm.
No.
It very much feels like status quo for NewJeans.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Which is not a bad thing.
Which is not a
It's
bad
not
thing.
a bad thing.
Especially because their status quo is so good. They're so high.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
like the vocals are really fucking good. Like I'm sorry. Like this is some of the better vocals
so
we're getting
well.
in the industry. Production is on point. This is nothing to complain about. Mix is great. Like this is, and it's properly fucking paced too. You know what I mean? Like how often do you get that in K-pop songs nowadays? Like everyone's like on the rush to wrap the song up by like the 40-second mark. This one takes its time, and I really do appreciate that. Yes, the bridge is like 3 bars, but like I think they managed to make it work. And it's got a nice little outro to it. Overall,
There's
yeah.
just something about NewJeans songs that are just really compelling. Like you can't really put your finger on it, but they're just compelling
It's
songs.
well made.
Mm.
They're just really well made. And yeah, it just points to the fact that they're run very well and they have very talented kids. And I love the choreography this time. It's so good, right?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Can I also say that the music video, like, props to them because I feel like every music video has been very different for them so far, and this one as well. I think they did some really cool stuff with like the camera angles and the way they shot some of the choreography.
The
and
train scene was great.
Oh,
yeah, the double screen
Oh,
for
yeah,
a lot
that
of
was
the
Yeah.
scenes was very interesting to get different views.
Then they went inside a
and-
lizard's belly, like
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a dog's point of view in the beginning. It was just really, really fun. Like nothing like super serious, which I think is really nice for this music video and for the song itself.
yo.
They had like bird
yeah.
drone shots too.
Yes.
Oh,
At
yeah.
one point.
Yes. It was very cool. I liked it.
I honestly saw the red car that Hani was driving, and then she crashed. I was like, oh, like
Yeah.
that's the car from ETA. That's that car.
Oh,
It is? Oh shit.
No, I don't know if it actually is. I'm just.
Is it?
It looks like it.
it was a different model, but
Oh.
I don't know. It's a fun storyline going on of like wandering around the town. They crashed the car, trying to find a mechanic, and now they're on their way. I don't know. It's very lighthearted.
It's
It
not the car
matches
from ETA.
vibe.
It's not. It's
oh,
not.
dang it. Okay, never mind. But like here, I mean, the reality is like if you crash your car in the middle of nowhere, first thing you do is fucking panic. It's not like dancing
Yeah,
in the
it's
fucking water.
They're
not
not
like
panicking, though.
Let's have a slice of life adventure, guys.
No,
We have
Dance
let's go
car.
check out this village.
in the rain
See
or
some
the
Let's go.
water.
Let's go drink some Coke products in this little Shigo town, right? Yeah, let's
yeah,
do it.
it's chill.
Fucking grab the handle and you hug it and you go.
And you go, God damn it!
You know, that's how you go. Like,
This is a spicy track. It might not have the biggest
Spicy.
impact, but it's extremely well made and performed.
It's good.
it's good. It's spicy.
All right, last song of the week, aespa, Armageddon. They are from SM. Their last track, Supernova. Two before that, Drama and Spicy. Man, this was a big budget for this one.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
shit. They made a movie, like a 3-minute, 30-second movie with this one. It was insane what was
Editing
going
quality,
on.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to go first because I like the music video more than I like the song.
I mean, I like the song too.
The song is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's mostly like this, like it's a mix of old school hip hop, but like done in like a very industrial, like aggressive, like trendy way. Like,
Dark vibes.
oh yeah, wait, what vibes?
Dark.
Oh,
like very
yeah, dark.
I don't know what the aesthetic is called, but it's like very like chrome. A lot of like
Chrome.
not fantasy, but like certain motifs that seem very like fictional, like
Oh, you mean the
very
video?
interesting. In the music video,
Oh,
yes.
sorry, I thought you meant the song. I was like, Chrome
Oh,
in
in
the
the
song?
song.
Like,
No, not the song. Or maybe.
no.
This, honestly, it's kind of like a Mad Max vibe. A little bit.
Oh.
Oh, I haven't seen the new one,
terms
so I
of-
can't say. You're talking about.
Oh, I don't know.
Furiosa?
No, Furiosa. No, I'm not talking in general. Like, the Mad Max is from the 70s. Like, it was very industrial.
Oh, okay.
It was very leather. It's very dystopian.
Yeah, I
things
mean, like
that.
Armageddon means like end of the
Yeah.
world. So maybe this is after end of the world. They're walking down a tunnel. Doing cool dances with the bang cut.
Also, the play on words was really cool.
Armageddon. Yeah,
Done.
I got that. All right, here's my problems.
Already,
with this
wow.
one.
Okay.
Oh wow, okay.
No, it's not a big problem. I just felt like I was listening to a bunch of different songs. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
I felt that I was listening to maybe three, not like I wouldn't say like a bunch, but like three distinct sounds that I thought were not necessarily separate, but I could pick them out throughout the song itself, like as a whole, which was in the pre-chorus, the chorus, or like chorus / verses, and then the bridge. And I like the pre-chorus the most.
The pre-chorus, you're talking about the
chitty chitty bang bang.
bang chitty bang bang chitty.
Yeah, I like that part. I like that part. Yeah.
That's a cool part.
That was a cool build-up. And it works really well. Because once you go into the chorus, that's what we typically call in a normal K-pop song. That's what we would call like an anti-drop because it goes halftime all of a sudden. But I feel like it works really well because that's how the rest of the song is. That's the main motif, the main theme of the song. That halftime like, boom, ka, you know, like that thing, you know. And I feel like that chorus, even though it's not like particularly explosive, it's still very hard hitting and just very punchy, and it's just very grindy, and I really appreciate that, you know, like
This is gonna be one of those songs for me that next week I'm gonna say this is the best song ever made. But right now I'm processing.
okay.
I thought this song had a lot of focus on the vocals, which I thought were
did.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Obviously, SM really changed up the kids correctly. Overall, this music video is ridiculous in terms of the visuals they got going on.
Oh yeah.
And all of these scenes that they got, and the editing, and the effects that they're doing is crazy. I don't know what was going on there. They must have spent like 10 million plus on this music video.
And you know what? I like it. I like this aesthetic for aespa. I think we kind of got not exactly the same thing, but drama kind of introduced it a little bit more, like a very dark kind of noir like vibe, and I really like that. I like this, I guess, this iteration of it too, which I think might be because it kind of calls back to their earlier stuff with like Savage, like a more that, as we mentioned, the industrial type of vibe, but I think visually too it's kind of pulling more into this very dark grim type of concept. I don't know. I think it works really well for them.
Here's the thing, right? Like visually speaking, yes, it's on the same genre as Savage, but like this kind of makes
sound.
This kind of makes Savage not sound like visually, right? Like like aesthetic wise, it's on the same genre as Savage, but like it makes Savage look like Power Rangers, and this looks like actual film.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
This is way darker.
Yeah, like I don't know. It feels like their target demographic went like 8 years plus up all of a sudden, and I'm like, I don't hate that, given that would typically be me. Like, hey, let's go.
You know what I think my apprehension about the song is? I don't think it's me not liking the song. I think it's more like they are not doing many of the like stereotypical thing K-pop songs do. You know, it's a non-traditional chorus. A lot of the decision making is very more hip hop based than K-pop based, I would say, for me. The package is kind of good though. I just need to process this a little more.
I mean, I think
because
gotta, like, cook a little bit.
Supernova to me had a lot more just like, you know, things I'm used to, right?
It's catchy. Supernova is so catchy. This one, I think it takes a bit of a while, at least for me.
I mean, it still sounds K-pop compared to the other two tracks that we covered this week. Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Like, look, go back listen to Lost.
But do you want to talk about a K-pop song Supernova to this one? It's way different.
Yeah.
Yes, but like
Supernova's like a straight up just normal K-pop song, I think.
that's also true. But like in a world where we have had NCT tracks for 9 years now, I would say this fits squarely into K-pop.
I see what you mean.
I mean, I haven't liked much of this shit. It's not been my vibe.
Well, that is not my issue.
It does feel like, no, to be fair though, it does feel like aespa is now also invested in the SM Town 3.0 sound heavily now with this type of track. What they've been doing with a lot of the guy groups there, right?
More noise.
particularly like that NCT inspired SM Town sound, right?
Haven't they been doing that for like 3 years now? Like we had a problem with.
No,
Korean
I
pop.
think this is the most heavy dipping into it.
Or them from aespa, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, personally, I think the SM sound has been pretty same compared across all the groups the last like I want to say like 5-8 years or so now. Like we had Girls on Top doing basically NCT tracks.
No, you're kind of right because even like Shiny, Don't Call Me, and then one of the last few BoA songs was really NCT sounding as well.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I'm okay with it for aespa, given that they kind of had their own thing within that larger family of sounds. This one definitely does not feel like something I've heard from aespa before, but at the same time, it is within the I kind of expect this from aespa. You know
It's
what
within the SM realm, and they got like the SM vocal layering, things like that, the high notes that we're used to.
Yeah. Overall, I really like the vocals. I think the production is fantastic. The bass is just pumping. The sound design is pumping. Spicy, easy again.
Oh.
This one's spicy.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know if it was as spicy for me. I thought it was more, high tingly, maybe.
Oh man. And didn't you give Lost a spicy?
I did. I really liked that one.
Okay, interesting.
All right. Other new releases this week. MCND released X10. One Us released Now. Sujin released Mona Lisa. 17 Vocal Team released Cheers to Youth. Alexa released I'm Okay. And then RM released another music video called Groin. Hey, this is like a straight up rap track. And there's a lot of cursing, surprisingly.
Yeah.
All right, we're at Spice King. Last week, episode 282, XG Woke Up placed first. IVE Supernova placed second. No, aespa Supernova placed second. IVE Ascendio placed third. The new candidates are RM's Lost, NewJeans House Sweet, aespa, Armageddon. I gotta make a chart off like right now. Oh shit.
Oh.
Is it a big one? Oh my goodness.
All right, you're gonna put Supernova in first.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then you're gonna put... I'm gonna put NewJeans in second.
Okay.
Okay.
But how sweet?
And then I'm in between. I'm gonna put Ascendio in third.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
I like Ascendio a lot.
Wow.
I'm just really into IVE lately. Yeah, that's my chart.
Nice. I'll start with first. I have NewJeans How Sweet in first. Yeah, great track. I really enjoy the choreo. Really sad that we haven't had Kane in some of the live stages. I think she's been out due to not feeling well, but hopefully she gets to perform with them soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, How Sweet in first. In second, I have RM's Lost.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm really liking this track. It was not what I expected at all, but it's really nice. It's a little bit unexpected in the how it incorporates like an upbeat vibe as well. And Silica Gale did a cover of it. Very nice. And now that I know that Kim Hanju also participated in the writing of it, it makes total sense.
Bro, he's the main writer.
Oh yes, good, great. It checks out. I like it. Good stuff. In third place, I'm having some trouble with this one. I think, based on what I've been listening to, I will put Mark 200 in third place. Moving down a spot from last week. Yeah, I've also enjoyed this track. I have been listening to the acoustic maybe a little bit more than the main one, but both are really nice. I think very nice solo stuff from him.
Oh man, these charts are kind of getting hard to rate for me personally a little bit because a lot of these songs are not within how I typically look at K-pop anymore. Like I'm looking at Lost, I'm looking at Woke Up, and I gotta look at I gotta look at it the way I look at rap songs, or I gotta look at it the way other alternative songs look like and whatnot. That's probably why Woke Up and RM's Lost is both not on my chart. But I'm gonna start off with How Sweet, top shit, good shit, can't complain. Again, if you are not into the airy voice of NewJeans and the kind of chill, laid-back pop music they're doing, it's not gonna be for you. But if you look at the general scope of things, it's not that laid back, you know.
Very upbeat.
Yeah, very upbeat beat. So yeah, House Beat number 1. Following
Nice.
number 1 is number 2 with aespa, Armageddon. Oh boy,
Ooh.
great beat.
Nice.
Yeah, great vocals. Only complaint is that I wish the rap was a little better, but that's fine. Which leads to the third rank, which I also have Mark with 200.
Nice.
I fucking hate the number things, but hey,
Okay,
other than that,
I'm glad
no
you put
complaints.
aespa because I was also on the fence, but yes, aespa.
bro, you can't keep taking credit
You
for
can't be
things you
on,
don't
you can't be
do.
on the fence when you didn't put either of the songs in your chart, Anita.
It's like I liked it, but it's not on my
Armageddon,
chart.
Armageddon. I like Armageddon.
That's not how this
It's
works.
it's not on your
Anita.
chart. You don't like it. Goodbye.
Yeah. Okay. SojuTalk Nation and Gochu Gang. They had a tie for third place with 50 points each. NewJeans House Sweet XG Woke Up. Yo, Woke Up really fell on all of our charts. It's like not existent anymore.
It's okay. It's still good.
In second place with 56, they had aespa Armageddon.
Nice.
And in first place, 78 points, aespa Supernova. So
Oh,
they had
wow.
double aespa.
Wow.
As a result, let's see. In third place this week with 6 points, Armageddon from aespa.
Nice.
Nice.
In second place with 10 points this week, aespa Supernova.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
And in
Nice.
first place with 14 points, NewJeans House Sweet. That is the
Let's
chart. Picking up its
go.
first crown. Boom. NewJeans House Sweet, then aespa Supernova, then aespa Armageddon.
Dang, the whole aespa.
All right. Finally, we're at show winners. Anita, hit us with them.
Yes, talking about aespa. Supernova won on M Countdown, Show Music Core, and Inkigayo. So 3 wins so far. Congrats to them. And then we have Zero Base One with Feel the Pop. They won on the show Champion, and Music Bank. So 3 wins as well.
Hey,
Congrats.
I'm gonna go to the grave saying that Feel the Pop is not great. Like I'm gonna be
It's
straight
an
up
interesting
here.
song. Yeah,
I didn't-
it's a poppy song.
Anita, you weren't here when we talked about that one, right?
I did
don't
listen
think.
to it though. I got back to it.
It's so fan servicey, is it not? Am I crazy?
I
You
get-
saw the
yeah, I
music
could
video?
see
Did you see
it.
the music video?
I did. I
The
did.
glamour shots was ridiculous. All right, that ends part 1. So you talk episode 283. We'll be back after a short break to cover some news and events. We'll see you then. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
All right, we are back at it, part 2, Soju Talk episode 283. We're going to talk about some news and events from the past week. The first one, we're going to talk about the Hybe versus Minijin Adore stuff that happened. There's not that much this week, but this one dropped right after we finished recording last week. B-Lift Lab. So, B-Lift Lab, which is under the umbrella of Hybe, has filed a police complaint for defamation and obstruction of business against Minijin. So now we have umbrella parts, police complaining about other parts in-house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have their statement. I'm gonna read. This is a translation, rough translation. I'll
Okay.
zoom in a little.
Okay.
We get more of it. Let's go. The first thing, some things they said. Today, we filed a complaint alleging obstruction of business and defamation against CEO Minijin, who's causing damage by claiming unilaterally false information against the company and its artists. Regarding CEO Min's allegation of plagiarism against our company's artist Eyelid, we would like to clearly state that this is not true. We have submitted evidence to the judicial authorities to prove that the suspicions are not true, and although it may take some time, we will determine right from wrong according to legal procedures. Plagiarism of intellectual property is a matter that must be judged according to reasonable standards and procedures rather than an individual's one-sided and distorted interpretation. God damn.
Oh shit.
No. Nevertheless, we express regret at the situation in which the efforts and achievements of our artists and members are being disparaged due to reckless speculation and false information.
Shit.
Shit. In addition, although the nature of this issue has nothing to do with Islet members are suffering from a serious level of malicious comments, ridicule, and personal attacks. We earnestly ask you to stop any slanderous attacks against artists, such as reckless assaults, malicious slander, and spread of false information and defamation. Hey, they said it. And to be fair, they got a point with most of this.
They
makes
do.
sense.
Yeah. This was a matter of time, let's be honest.
It kind of felt like when Minnie Jin was saying this stuff, she was just, the press conference was about public perception, right? And she was just trying to throw everything out there, seeing what sticks. This seemed like one of the ventures because it was one of the things that pissed her off the most.
Yeah.
Should she have said this? Probably not, but she did, and there's consequences to that, right?
Yeah.
So that's where we are with that. The Umbrella is suing each other now, or not suing, but they're filing police complaints against each other. But
And
that's
I was gonna say, I wondered if Hybe knew that this was gonna happen, right? Like if
they had
if
to
was
have.
gonna-
They had to
They
have.
knew. Of course.
They knew.
Okay.
Also to make sure, it's not a police complaint. They are suing her directly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even bigger. You know how last week NewJeans and their parents submitted things to the court saying we support Minnie Jin? Well,
Yeah.
Hybe was like, well, if you're gonna play that game, we are too. So
Oh shit.
P-Dog, who's the BTS producer, CEO Han Sung-soo, Pledis founder and producer of 17, CEO So Sung-jin of Source Music, Son Sung-duck, Big Hit performance director, another person who's a BTS and LE SSERAFIM creative director, TXT producer Slow Rabbit, they all filed petitions in support of Hybe. It is known that the message of the petitions were that they are concerned that one person's aberrations may lead to K-pop regressing as a whole. So they're saying, hey, this lady's going nuts. It might ruin the genre as a whole because she's sending so much negativity towards the genre. Meanwhile, 10,000 NewJeans fans submitted a petition in support of Minnie Jin in the hopes that Minnie Jin and NewJeans will remain together. So the lines are being drawn right now.
Couple other
Wow, what was supposed to happen?
couple other people who worked with Adore submitted their petitions as well. The Anita, remember the director of Ditto and ETA?
Yes.
He along with Chimchuk Man and a bunch of other staff that worked with NewJeans are also submitting petitions. At this point, all of which are like, we don't need this many petitions.
No.
Hey, but they doing it so the lines are drawn, right?
Okay.
It's like if you like NewJeans and you like Minnie Jin, you're on one side, and then everything else in Hybe is on the other side.
I mean,
I think that's so reductionist, but
I don't know what the pro Minijin petitions say, but saying that this may lead to, all of K-pop regressing, I don't know. That feels like a bit of a stretch to me, but
That seems like a little aggressive, right? Way to
that's a
put
little
it.
far.
In
but-
terms of the what, Warren?
No, I understand why they're doing it though. They work for a company.
Hey, the umbrella is not all good though. So apparently, all of Zico's management has been replaced.
Eh?
According to a news source, some executives, including a CEO of a KOZ Entertainment, left the company after last year. Industry sources say personnel appointments are reportedly due to sluggish performance. So Hybe was not happy with how KOZ was going. They replaced a lot of the people at the top.
Ooh,
oh man.
they are really aggressive with their layoffs, aren't they?
Wow.
Yeah, so Mr. A, the CEO, resigned from his position in June of last year. Mr. B, the manager who spent more than 10 years with Zico, reportedly left the company earlier this year. Hybe said it's because of, quote, personal reasons. You remember I told you guys a while ago that Zico was on I Live Alone, the TV show where they kind of follow his life?
Uh-huh.
And he had a
Yes,
business meeting and they were like, you got to raise your profits 25%. It felt like a very
Right.
awkward business meeting. Like they were just demanding he must increase profits. They're like, stop focusing on your boy
Boy
group
Next
so
Door.
much and focus on Zico doing your own thing. Which, to be fair, he did, right? With Spot. So
I mean,
it was
Yeah.
working well.
the thing is, like, I understand, like, their performance probably hasn't been amazing, but, like, on the other hand, I still see KOZ as a potentially growing company, not like a
That's
you
what
know.
I thought.
Didn't
Yeah.
seem to be going bad. Yeah.
No, B&D Boys Next Door just launched. Like this is a little hasty
Yeah.
in my head, but hey, I mean, what do I
So
know?
that happened there. We're gonna move to SM news. So Rise received the plaque of appreciation from the Los Angeles City Council for their contributions to promoting LA globally.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't know. So there was a ceremony took place at the LA City Hall. U.S. Council President Paul Krikorian and other council
Krikorian.
members applauded Rise for their efforts. A council member, John Lee, highlighted the group's music video "Get a Guitar," which was filmed across LA and celebrated many of the city's landmarks.
I
Oh,
wow,
hey.
I did not know that.
this.
Look at how official this plaque thing they got is.
Yo.
Wow.
This probably also
Congrats,
ties in with that SM museum that they eventually want to make in LA. So I think this is an ongoing SM LA effort right here.
Connections.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was like, yo, these kids are rookie groups. Y'all getting plaques from LA already?
I didn't even know they filmed it in LA. I'll be honest
I
with
didn't
you.
either.
So that happened.
Okay.
Let's keep going now. We got business news. Kakao has begun to sell parts of SM Entertainment. So specifically SM CNC they're trying to sell. And SM acquisitions, which resulted in violations of the law, only resolved upon the sale of SBS MNC and SM CNC. So basically the government said, okay, Kakao, you're buying SM, but there's a lot of parts of SM that lead to conflicts of interest. So you got to
Oh,
sell
right,
those
yeah.
parts off before you chill.
Gee.
Yeah, and they're also selling SMCNC to improve management efficiency. So there's some parts that are conflict of interest, and other parts they're like, these are redundancies now that we have Kakao, we got to get rid of them.
Okay.
So they're trimming the fat of the company, but I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Yeah.
But we have more SM news. Isuman
Oh,
reportedly applied for the trademark A20 Entertainment under the name
What?
of his private company, Blooming Grace. So it seems like he's gonna make a new company.
jeez.
Wait, did we
What
cover
is
this last week?
gonna happen?
Dang. Okay. Blooming Grace.
That's kind of big. I wonder what his non-compete looks like, right? He must not have it if he's doing this.
No, he has a non-compete for what? 3 years, I think.
All right, he's chilling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Isuman might be making a new company.
I mean, I believe 820 is all like. Let me look this up. Like there was something that was already looking for. Yeah, 820 is doing auditions right now.
Oh shit!
So they're getting ready already.
God damn.
Getting ahead.
Yeah.
What if he names his new group like 3.0? Could you imagine? Imagine. Oh my god, it'd be such a slap in the face.
That's an interesting name.
Hey, at the end of the day, you remember his nephew who got them to sell it to Kakao, screwed his uncle, and then he got kicked out of the company like
Cool.
half a year
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 820's done auditions in Japan from January to February earlier this year. So
So
he's moving.
here's the next one. This is from the U.S. Department of Justice
What?
Twitter account.
Ooh.
They are suing Live Nation and Ticketmaster for illegally monopolizing markets across live
Yes.
concert industry in the United States that has gone on for too long, according to
I
them.
saw this.
Nice.
So it's what we all know. Basically, Live Nation, Ticketmaster has a monopoly on concerts, and they get to raise the fees are getting ridiculous. So the U.S. government is straight up suing them to break it up. And
nice.
say like, we need regulation here. You're charging people ridiculous amounts for quote unquote service fees, even though it's all on a computer and it's fine, and you don't need much overhead for that. So yeah, this is great. This is fantastic. Big sites like Associated Press is reporting on this, so it's happening. They're gonna get sued. We will have to see. They're gonna break it up. Hopefully, they could break up the monopoly. How about we make the fees like a standard $15 a ticket, regardless of the price of the ticket or something? Wait, why don't we do something like that, guys?
That would be. No, I would like that.
That would
Because right now, you buy like a $250 ticket, they're like, oh yeah, here's your $50 of fees.
$100.
Yeah, on top. All right, so that happened there. Supernova, aespa, perfect all kill. Finally, it took
Nice.
a minute, but they
Oh.
got it. Good for them.
This is
Awesome.
Supernova.
Next thing, G-Dragon has reclaimed the G-Dragon trademark from YG Entertainment.
Whoa. That's
I don't know
good.
what that means, but he did it. And I remember back like a couple years ago, people were like, wow, YG like trademarked all of the Blackpink members like government names and shit. You remember we were talking about that? They were like, they trademarked La Lisa Manabal. And we're like, what are we doing here?
Do we need to do that? I don't know.
But yeah, he has the maybe he was waiting to get G-Dragon back to release the album or something.
Now release the album now, please. Thank you.
So that one happened. In terms of Warren, sad news. Woolen Entertainment announced that Jury has terminated her contract with Woolim. It is said that since she's a foreign member, she had a different contract length than the others, and Rocket Punch will continue as 5 members going forward.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Bim, bam,
Do you have
boom.
any insight?
Insight. No, not a lot. This broke
Vibes.
out.
Sad.
This broke out on the stream I was doing last Thursday. The
man.
edited version of that
Yeah.
will probably go up on YouTube sometime this week.
Dude, I feel bad. I was doing something that day, but then I like got home and I looked at the stream and y'all were talking about Rocket Punch, and I was like, LOL, Rocket Punch. And then I saw the news that day that she left, and I was like, I feel bad now.
Sorry. I didn't even know you were in chat. Sorry.
I was there for a couple seconds. I was like, LOL, Rocket Punch. And then it's like, oh shit, I feel bad
No
now.
context.
Like, no context. I was like, LOL.
I talked
man.
about it on the stream briefly, but Jury, for a lot of people, I don't mention her so often anymore, but she is my ult, I would say. I would say I saw a lot of myself in her. I saw a lot of ourself in her because right around when she started doing her K-pop thing, we started doing our podcast thing, you know?
Yeah, that
True,
Produce
at the
48
same
in the
time.
beginning
Yeah.
was a banging.
That was how it began. Like, go back to the early episodes. Like, I was like, oh, I have the Churches of Jays, you know, Jury, Jihyo, and Junghyun.
A lot of our early memes had to do with Produce and Jury and
It did.
Rocket Punch and things like that, right? Like a lot of our early content.
And like, a lot of it became irrelevant because obviously IZ*ONE disbanded, but also because Rocket Punch didn't get a lot of activities and promotions. Which, for full context, I understand from the company's perspective, you can only invest how much you make. Sure, fine. But it's also your job to get external investment, to figure out a fucking plan that's actually gonna fucking work instead of just putting shit out and hoping something sticks on the wall. That's not how you run a fucking business.
Hey, Williams, it's real bad. For reference, these are numbers. I'm not shitting on the groups. Drippin', their last single sold 12,000. Golden Child, their last release was a single album, sold 41,000, which is down about half. It's their last one. And that was in November of last year.
Look. Now that I no longer have to take copium, I will fully admit that what Willem is doing is fucking stupid. They are very incompetent. Fuck off.
Okay.
I don't blame Jury for not extending her contract. Like 5 years, that's unfortunate to begin with. But let's be honest. The writing was on the wall, and I will continue to support this group, obviously. Jury, on the other hand, is going to, I believe, not going to be super active as an idol anymore, which makes sense. She's been an idol to some degree for about the last 13, 14 years of her life. She is doing K-pop related beauty consulting going forward. I do not know the details because a lot of it was covered in Japanese, but
Interesting.
it seems she is shifting her business a little bit, although she did promise that she would continue to meet with her fans and whatnot. To what degree and what method, I don't know. Yeah, it feels like I don't know. We've done this podcast long enough to see my
Whole careers.
We've
dude.
seen her come back to K-pop and then fucking leave K-pop. Like what?
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, my heart goes
that
out
one.
to Jury and the Rocket Punch members. Fuck you, Wolin.
Whoa.
Wow.
Terrible fucking business.
Okay.
Nothing
let's
positive
keep
to
going.
say.
The last ones are all kind of tours we got going on. Hey, if you like EXO Suho, London, Paris, Dusseldorf, Berlin, Warsaw. European
Wow.
tour for Suho.
Nice.
Kind of cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Suho alone,
Next
too.
one. Another European tour. like watch this. Billy has a Germany tour.
Oi.
Like they have a European tour, but a good portion of it's in Germany. Munich, Berlin,
Cool.
Cologne, Stockholm, London, Lisbon, Prague, Budapest, Warsaw.
Nice.
So if you like Billy, hey, 3 stops in Germany. Boom. They're getting that. And then next one, we have AB6 fan concert. Madrid, Milan, Paris, London, Europe again.
Wow.
And then after that, oh no, this is it. AB6 literally is having just a Germany tour.
Wow.
Oh my god. We're in Germany now.
Hanover, Mannheim, I've never heard that one. Nuremberg, Dortmund, Munich, Leipzig, I don't know how to pronounce this one. Kempten, Cologne, and Hamburg. All just German cities. They're just doing a straight up German tour.
Yo, I used to live near Hamburg.
Wow.
Kind of amazing. So yeah. So that's
Where would
that.
I go? I used to live in Frankfurt for 3 years of my life, because that's where I was born. I would go to the Cologne one. Okay, or Nuremberg. Oh wow, I got 2 options, guys. Which one do I go to?
There's a lot of options
wow.
now. Yeah.
So that kind of wraps up the news. In terms of next week, EXO Chen, Treasure, Eve solo debut,
Oh shit.
Waterfire debut, Artemis debut. So Eve and Artemis are debuting the same week, by the way. That's happening.
Yo.
ATEEZ, EXO Suho, Bad Villain, Anita. That has oh my god, I forgot the name. Emma the dancer.
Oh.
She's debuting in that group.
What?
You didn't know? Yeah, you weren't
I
here
did
when we
not
talked
know
about
this.
this. Yeah. Here's the wiki page, Anita. I'll send it to you real quick.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know
yeah,
what that
Emma's
is.
like the leader of this group,
Wait, I need to see
Am I
this.
supposed
and it's
Sorry.
under Big Planet Made, who's a relatively big company these days. So that is happening. Bad Villain's gonna debut there. Akmu, Kepler, Wavy, a lot of stuff.
Nice.
So that is all the music for next week. We'll be back after a short break, and I will go through Island Season 2. So if you're watching it, stick around. If you're not, we'll see you guys next time. 3, 2, 1.
And here's an extra special shout out to all of our Fiesta Patreons on patreon.com. Bagel, Charles, Cotton Ball, Ellie, Irv Sean, Gogu Mama, Honey Pools, Liam's Games and Toys, Luke Daniels, NJ Parks, South Texas Once, Siu Sumi. And thank you for joining SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop.
And special thanks to our Discord server mods: Jacob, K Music Erday, Koala, Max, No Bias Nuda, Tuggles, and Wolf297.
All right, this is the after show. We're going to be talking about Island Season 2. If you're not caught up, you could either watch the show or not watch this. Or if you just want to stick around for the lulls, you can. You know, it is what it is. Island Season 2. So far, I think the season's been pretty good. The main judges, Teddy has not shown his face. Number
Still?
one, the main
Where
the
is
main
he? Yeah.
the main judge is Taeyang, and then they have Black Label producers 24 and VVN. And then the performance directors, Ijong and Monica. That's like the main core of the show, right? They're the main people giving out the critiques and things like that. In terms of the show so far, it's been 100% like dictated either by the kids voting for each other or the producers. There's been no fan influence so far on the show
Right.
at all. That's something to note. Where we kind of left off, so they had a seesaw game. Basically, they had Islander versus Islander, ground versus ground. If you're on the island team and you lose, you go down to ground. If you're on the ground team, you win, you came up. So then island and ground switched, like it was very mixed, right? Because there was some bad kids, good kids went down, things like that. More recently in episodes 4 and 5, we did a unit battle, right? So In Island and Ground, they broke up kids into vocal, dance, and creative. Creative being you had to make choreography and then do it, right? The vocal units, it was Fuko and Junghoon, and on Ground for the vocal side, it was Jiyoon and Minsol. And this is when Mnet started to evil edit everything against Jiyoon. Now,
shit.
Previously, Jiyoon had
Started
gotten
before though, I think.
previously Jiyoon got a kind of shit edit because she had some adversity. She kind of reacted badly. You know that edit where the kid gets a little lazy because they're so distraught over something happening. So she started to get that. She started to get that edit, and then that turned into there was a peer voting, and she got sent out to Ground. It turned into a I'm so pissed I'm gonna kill you all edit. So they've been editing her badly the whole time, but now we're here, and it became like a Jiyoon versus Junghoon, like we hate each other edit, even though they clearly don't hate each other. So it's starting to get out of hand. Okay. But Fuko and Junghoon sang Fine by Taeyeon. It was really good. They got 91 points on average.
Wow.
But the shocker was that Jiyoon and Minsol sang Taeyeon's Eyes, Nose, Lips, got 92 points, and they won.
So Jiyoon got the evil edit, but she won.
She won. So in terms of individual scores, Fuko and Junghoon got 94 and 89, which is great, obviously. Minsol got an 86. They gave Jiyoon a 98.
Ooh, whoa.
And honestly, she deserved it. She was the best singer out of the four.
Let's go.
She was amazing. I would have personally let the Islander Fine team win because I thought it was better, but I feel like the judges, because it was a Taeyang song, were a little biased, and that's why they gave it to them. But it is what it is. The way it worked in this round is there's 3 battles, obviously, vocal, dance, and creative. For every battle that Island loses, 3 kids got sent down.
Oh, wow.
And Island's whole strategy is we're going to front load vocal and dance, and creative's kind of effed. That was their strategy, where Ground was we were going to spread everyone evenly. And the fact that they lost that was kind of shocking, because they're like, oh shit, we put our 2 best kids in this and they lost. Then we had the dance unit. One team did My Bag plus Eve Psyche and the Bluebeard's wife. And then the other team did Mic Drop and Sugar Coat from Nati from Kiss of Life. So they did those 2.
Sugar Coat's hard.
It was Coco, Ju-won, and Ji-won from Dance from Island, and then in Ground it was Yui, Ryu Sarang, and Oyuna from Ground. Ground won again.
Oh shit!
I saw both the performances, and I kind of understand why.
I kind of understand as well. I thought that Yui and Sarang really carried the Ground side, because those were both kids who got sent down in the shuffle, so they're like Island level kids, and they just really showed out and they destroyed it.
So they don't belong there to begin with. Okay.
No, but on the other side, there's a girl, Coco. She kind of reminds me of Momo, and she's a really good dancer. Like, the vibe is similar. She doesn't speak too much Korean, but she's a fantastic dancer. It all kind of it makes sense to me there. Then we had creative, and Island's whole story is like we're the leftovers, like because they wanted to win vocal and dance. And then the Ground side, there was a girl there called Kim Soo-jung. She had been on like Street Woman Fighter, the teen edition, more or less.
Okay.
So she was a really good dancer, and like Monica and Lee-jung knew her already, and she was gonna teach them to dance. But then they lost. Island won that one by 1.84 to 83. And then that happened.
Wait, just for my understanding.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just for my understanding, what's creative unit? What are we doing here?
They have the song. They both had a choreograph for Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande's "Rain on Me." They had to make choreography.
Oh, they made choreography. Okay.
They made choreography and danced it. I thought that the Grounder choreography was better, but
I was gonna say
they gave it to Island off of vibes. I think the vibe was nicer, but Ground, they said like Ground, they're like Ground, you're doing good moves, but I've seen all of this before 1,000 times.
Ooh.
That was what they were saying. Like, you're doing better moves, but it's boring.
So what I'm hearing is creative unit was not creative enough.
Yeah, whereas the Islander, they had some really bad kids. In fact, 2 of the girls, Nana and Ji-won, got eliminated after this from those groups.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, like they had some not great kids, but they got every ounce of everyone in that group, and that's why they gave it to them, I think. Okay. So that happened there. So Island lost 2, Ground 1-2, which means that 6 Islanders got sent down again. And this is what really balanced the show out, because it was like the top 6 scoring Islander kids stayed up, the bottom 6 got sent down, and the top 6 scoring from ground got sent up. So it really rebalanced the show there. So that led us into the most recent episode. They did a straight up 1v1 out of all the Island kids.
Oh, wow.
So the ground kids, they performed the song at the end, but like they had like no screen time this week, more or less.
Yeah.
It was really Island versus Island, and the way they did it is they broke off into 2 teams. They basically did the same exact choreography, same dance, everything like that, and they just judged, I'm the center and I'm versing the other team center. That's all they did. It was 1v1 straight up.
Oh, wow.
So let's go through what happened there so we can see who's already safe on my chart here. The first one, we had the center battle between Fuko and Yui. I thought they're both pretty good, but you know, Fuko's kind of like top 3 best kids on the show. So I thought it was pretty fair in that regard.
She also had she wrote lyrics for the song, right?
Yeah, there was an
hers
empty
were
spot because
selected.
it was like Teddy and VVN were making the song, and then they had like a blank space in the middle of the song. They're like, we need lyrics here. We're gonna have all you kids in Island write lyrics, and whoever's are the best are going to be inserted in the song. You get writing credits on the song.
Oh, wow.
And Fuko won that. So she got the center role, she wrote the lyrics, and she beat Yui, which honestly, I thought that was kind of fair. So Fuko already safe.
Nice.
Next one, main vocalist. So this Sujong girl, who's mostly known for being a dancer, right? You remember I said she was the choreography girl? She ended up in main vocal competition against June, who's probably the best singer on the show.
Ooh.
I don't know. And she kind of effed herself into this role. The way it worked is from the best kid to the worst kid, they had you like pick your role. Like they had open spaces and you had to pick the position, right?
Okay.
And they knew that Fuko, who was ranked number 1, had the advantage of at the end she could push out any kid she wants to get her in the role, like the role she wants, and then that last kid has to go into the one that's open still, right?
Right.
It was pretty obvious that Fuko was either going to pick center or main vocalist.
Right.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And in the middle of this, Sujong's like, I'm gonna be the center of one of these groups. And then Fuko's like, no, you're not. And then she got pushed into main vocal battle against Jun.
Oof.
So you kind of know how this one turned out. Now, Sujong did an okay job, but I thought Jun's just like a better singer. So despite all of Mnet's evil editing that she continually gets, she's already safe. So that's there. Next one was probably the most compelling battle. It was the main dancer. It was Sebi versus Coco. It's pretty much like, do you reward Coco, who's an aesthetically better dancer, or do you reward Sebi, who is so good at facial expressions and performance side and charisma? Like she is an absolute monster in terms of stage presence. Turns out they preferred stage presence, so Sebi won that one. But I thought this was probably the closest battle they had. It was very close. So Sebi is already safe there. Next one, the other battle that's extremely close. Bang Jimin and Ryu Sarang. These are probably 2 of the girls who are top 5 in terms of screen time on the show.
Yeah.
Ryu Sarang, the judges just love her. Bang Jimin was the first girl who didn't make it into Islet. She was on Are You Next? She was apparently really close into making it into Islet, and they didn't pick her. So she came into the show with a lot of popularity. Both are very good, but Ryu Sarang's just a monster right now. It's extremely difficult to beat her. So that happened there. Okay. And then we had Ling Ling versus Junggeun. Now, Junggeun is one of the most talented kids on the show, and Ling Ling gets 0 screen time, period. So
Not very fair.
Sucks to be Ling Ling. Even though I thought Ling Ling did a great job, it's just like, what are you gonna do? It was the producers picking the kid here, so they picked Junggeun. So Junggeun made it safe. And then finally, we had Mai versus Namyuju. Now, Mai is the type of the contestant who gets like 0 screen time and the shittiest parts in every song. She gets like 1 line per song.
Okay.
But she eats up the 5 seconds she's given every single time.
Oh, that's what matters.
Like, they call her like the princess of impact because she gets no lines, but every 5 seconds she's on the screen, she does well. Just an extremely talented kid. And then we have Yuju. She started the season off with the like the underdog edit because she was placed into ground at the evaluation, even though she clearly shouldn't have been.
Yes.
But they kind of just like cooled on that storyline, so she's just kind of been there since. I don't know. It's just been a little
really good. I was also a little concerned that she was in ground for a while, but I'm glad that she moved up at least.
Yeah.
before
So
the second part.
they gave it to Mai though. So these kids are the 6 already safe kids. So these kids are assured to get a spot in part 2. Fuko, Jiun, Sebi, Ryusarang, Junghoon, and Mai. So those were the stakes. If you won this battle, you're safe. You don't have to. There's no fan vote for you.
Oh wow. Okay.
You're just through.
Easy peasy.
You're
The
locked.
way
Wow.
the way fan vote works is out of the kids who remain, the kids in ground plus the 6 kids who lost, they're gonna pick 6 kids based on fan vote. 50% Korean vote, 50% international vote, and that's it. Just 6 kids out of the 14 remaining are going to be safe.
Okay.
Actually, is it 12? How many kids are here?
No. Okay. 6 kids make it past. 6 additional kids are gonna make it past using fan votes.
Yeah, and then 8 kids are going home.
Yeah.
So that's basically the
That's
show
a
right now.
lot.
So that is what's currently going on. This is the pool of kids that remain, and I have a tier list here. Already safe. We already know who those are. Already eliminated. These are the kids who've been eliminated so far.
Okay.
And then we have locked in. I think they're assured gonna make it into part 2. We have in contention. I think kids that could make it, and then we have unlikely kids that I don't think are gonna make it. Let's just go through it.
Let's go through them.
All right, Anita, Yui. I'm gonna put her in
In
contention.
contention.
I don't think
Yes.
she's locked in, but I think it's fairly likely that she makes it. She's very good, but she just doesn't get a lot of screen time. It might be because she's Japanese, but she's pretty good, honestly.
I know. I think her stand-up performance for me recently was her rap in Whistle.
Yeah,
believe
she
did
came
really
in
well.
pre-ranked rap first place out of all the contestants. But she's been
Yeah.
showing a lot of other sides as of late. She hasn't really rapped so much
Right.
lately, so there is that. Next one, Kim Soo-jung. She's been having a lot of fail moments where she loses, she loses this, but I still think she's in contention because people like her.
No,
I will
she's
put
been
her-
consistently in Island too. I think.
Yes,
right?
she's been in Island up until this point. Oh no, she
Yeah,
she
yeah.
got sent down to ground, Anita.
She was
when they
grounded
did-
Was
for
she?
whistle.
Yeah, she was in ground when they did the creative side. You remember she was the choreographer?
Oh right. Okay, yes.
All right, next we got Coco. I would say she's the best dancer on the show. I think she's locked for part 2.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the amount of screen time, and out of all the Japanese contestants, I think this is the one they're gonna vote for. I think she's locked in, but I could be wrong. What are you feeling, Anita?
I was
just feel-
thinking in contention, but
I just feel like they gave her so much screen time every week.
I see.
Also, Anita,
Alright,
she was
well-
on
well-
Island consistently.
We'll leave her.
Yeah, I
in the-
was thinking about her performances, but yeah.
Next, Bang Jimin, 100% locked in. There's no
Locked in.
world she does not make it. She probably is the like top 3 most popular period on the show because she has existing fans from Are You Next. She's been good throughout the show. She only lost because she came up against who is it? Sarang, which is tough. Shit
Yeah.
happens. She is 1,000% making it. People are even at the point they're like, maybe I don't vote for Jimin because she's making it. That's
Oh.
the level she's at.
Which is dangerous.
It's
which is
dangerous, but that's where we are with her. All right, next one, Ling Ling. Honestly, I wish she had more screen time because I don't really know a lot about Ling Ling, right? And I think that's a shame because I thought she did well this past week, but there's a lot of kids in contention. I'm sadly gonna put her in the unlikely.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I will be happily
kinda see
surprised
that.
though if she makes it though, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. Next one. You know, if Namyuju really had the underdog story that she got at the beginning the whole way, she probably would be locked in. But because they kind of cooled on her, I'm putting her in contention.
Really? I thought she was.
You think she's locked in?
Well, okay. I guess maybe I'm a little biased in her performances and how, in a similar way to how Mai doesn't get a lot of lines, Yuju did not get a lot of lines either. but I think she still delivered a really great performance. She does great expressions too. So
My question is, do you think Yuju is more likely than Coco? They're about the same, aren't they?
yeah.
All right, we'll let's put her in contention now, and at the end maybe we'll move
Okay.
some up.
Okay.
Yeon, so she's kind of there because she's really pretty. Like I don't wanna
Hey, well.
I don't wanna be mean, right? But that's like the reason she's there.
I mean, she's consistent. I mean, I don't think she had like a standout moment, but
She
pretty
kind of looks
stable.
like Lee Sung Young, the actress. That's also what she got going on.
I see.
She really looks like Lee Sung Young. That was my opinion. She's improving, but she does not inherently have a ton of talent.
Wow. Okay.
What do you don't agree, Anita?
No. It's a way to put it. Yes.
Oh shit, Anita.
Oh damn.
We have Soul next. She had like the bad edit this week because like they gave Ground like no screen time, but all the screen time Ground got was attributed to Soul getting a shit part and then like having a mental breakdown over it and crying. It was
Not great.
But I was thinking maybe they're trying to do it as a sympathy vote though, but at the end of the day, I just don't think it's happening. Next one, we have Chaeyeon. Straight up, not gonna happen. I'll be honest here. So Warren, this girl was accepted into like a Royal Ballet Academy in London.
Oh
right?
shit.
Yeah.
So she's like a ballerina. But she comes to this show, the dance is okay, but she's completely like tone deaf.
Yeah, you're a singer at the end of the day.
Like it's rough going. And she's been consistently like, if not, she hasn't been eliminated, but let's say there's 20 kids and we eliminated 2. She's been like 16th place, 17th place, like right at the edge each time. Like she was the first kid who didn't get eliminated this last elimination. She got 17th or whatever. So I just don't think it's
Bad
happening.
pattern. Yeah.
Let's just go through this. Oyuna and Ji-won, they just had like no screen time. It's not gonna happen. Like I just don't see it happening.
So
sadly.
sad.
But it's true, right, Anita? It's just sadly like it just doesn't feel like it's gonna happen. There's a lot of other kids. Next, we have 3 kids who I all think are in contention: Yuri, Minsol, Ju-won. I think all of them have a chance. Minsol,
Yeah,
she had a very good singing when they did Eyes, Nose, Lips.
Yeah, she was pretty good.
Ju-won is kind of there for like she's miscongeniality with all the reactions. This is a girl who has a lot of tears and jung. Like whatever other people do while she cries. She's a great dancer
She's a
though.
performer.
But she makes really funny faces the entire season. She's kind of there for the meme. She's good. And then Gyuri has always been high level skill, but they just don't show her a lot. But she's been in Island pretty consistently up until this point.
Yeah.
I mean, she's gonna need screen time if she wants to get on the thing. That's the issue.
So basically, I'm saying there's 9 kids up for 6 spots. That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Anita, let's do this. Let's put Yuju and let's put Coco in locked in. I think it's gonna happen.
Okay.
And I think this is
that.
and I think basically Yui, Sujong, Yeon, Minsol, Ju-won, and Gyuri are fighting for 3 spots. And I think out of those 6, I think Yui's most likely. That would be my guess. It's gonna be rough though. We're gonna lose 3 good kids randomly.
I'm actually surprised at how the show is structured because it feels like we didn't eliminate a lot of people slowly, but we're just doing it all in one.
We're doing it all in one shot. We're just gonna lose.
That seems really
we're
drastic.
gonna lose 8 kids. 8 kids out of 14.
Yeah.
Kick all of them out.
Kick them all out.
Kick them all out.
Honestly, if we just took these top 9, that could be the group, guys. I think we'll all be happy. We could just do it. Let's just do it. Fuko, Jiyoon, Sebi, Sarang, Jungin, Mai, Jimin, Yuju, and Coco. I'm okay with that. How would you feel, Anita?
I mean, based on the performances so far, what I've seen, top top 6 makes sense. Like that's consistent, I guess. But I do feel like Jimin.
She's
Maybe
making the
in
group.
that-
She's making the group.
Yeah, she's gonna be in it.
All right, so
and
let's
maybe, like,
actually
two surprise spots, I think.
let's actually do it now. Anita, let's predict the final group
Oh,
right
shit,
now.
already?
I have it right here.
Oh man.
We're going all out.
We're just doing it today. Now, mind you, this is just our opinions. It's not.
Yeah.
And let's just say we don't know how many kids are gonna end up in the group, but let's say it's 7. Let's say
Right.
we're gonna make a 7-member group. Let's start it off. Fuko
Fuko.
is making this group.
Yes. Number 1.
Also, Bang Jimin is making this group. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
Very confident about Bang Joon. Okay.
It's gonna happen.
I mean, it would be so sad if she doesn't.
And then Ryu Sarang is making this group.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is like, here's the reason. Based on screen time, you would think Jungwon's making the group, but apparently Korea does not vote for her. She's not been top 10 in any of the fan votes that have
That's
been on
crazy to
forums
me.
and stuff in Korea. So she's gonna need a huge Western presence. But I'm gonna say she makes the group though, based on how well she's been doing on the show. Do you think that's pretty fair, Anita?
She's pushed very heavily, so I would be surprised if she's not.
Also, the person probably with the most screen time, controversially, June's making this group. I don't know what to tell y'all. She's making the group. She's like a top 2 vote in Korea.
Oh, really?
Yes, Korea loves her.
Interesting.
They think it's like they think she is more, in terms of Koreans, they think she is more likely to make it than Jungwon is.
Wow. And interesting how they paint them as rivals too.
Yes, for no
Whoa.
reason. There was one problem, Warren, where June came back to Island and they were all kind of hugging each other, and Jungwon went like, "Oh, June," and June just didn't hear her, and they made it seem like she ignored her.
I'm sure she
Yeah.
just didn't hear her. That's just stretching.
Yeah.
Okay, Anita, if we have 2 spots left, right? And Sebi's making it then, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd be surprised if she doesn't too.
So now we got 1 spot. We got kids like Jiwon, Yuri, Minsol, Sujong, Eunche. Wait, some of these kids are already. Cheon, Yuju still around, Ling Ling, Mai, Yeon, Juwon, Jiwon, Yui, Yukiko, Coco. I think this 7th spot would really come down to either Coco
or my.
or Mai, right? Does it not feel like that?
Well, see, I have not been keeping up with how people are voting, like the rankings domestically and outside as well. Like, I don't know how popular Coco or Mai are.
I just feel like at a certain point, the Western side on Reddit and other places are starting to say, you know, the judges keep praising Mai. Well, she's just doing like 2 facial expressions each week to get them to praise her. But if you actually watch
Yeah.
the footage of them dancing, like practicing, she's really good, right?
No,
Inherently.
I think she has a really good attitude. I think she did really well
And you could tell,
with the creative.
yeah, you could
unit
tell that she's
thing.
extremely introverted, but she's trying, right? That's
Yeah.
another thing you can tell.
I commend the effort. It's just that, I don't know, when it comes down to the popularity vote.
So if it was my guess, it's either Yuju, Mai, or Coco.
Coco.
I don't know who you pick. I think it's between Mai and Coco. Because these Korean shows have such a history of screwing international kids, I think Mai just makes it.
Oh no.
Right? So if one Japanese girl, all
Oh.
Korean girls.
Well,
Oh, that's how
Hopefully
these
it's more-
go.
Hopefully it's more than 7. But I feel like if it was
Yeah,
only 7,
yeah.
I would predict this. Not in this order, but I would predict these 7 kids.
yeah, that seems
And I'm like,
pretty stable.
I think Fuko, Jimin, and Sarang, unless like they all of a sudden their bullying shit comes out of nowhere, they're making this group. Like,
Scandal.
yeah, unless there's a scandal, I think this is the holy trinity of they're making it based on popularity and talent.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. That kind of wraps up this week. We talked about it. So, are they not airing this week or next week or just this week? What's going on?
They are going to resume in the middle of June, June 13th, I believe.
So we got 2 weeks off?
I think I got a month off.
Huh?
What?
But-
June 13th in 2 weeks, dude.
Last episode 5 aired May 16th.
Episode
No,
6.
we had
we're on
episode 6.
Oh.
So 2
Episode
weeks.
Yeah,
2
sorry.
weeks.
Episode. Oh, okay. Yeah, we have 3 weeks off.
No, I'm looking at it right now. It says May 23rd, which already happened, episode 6.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then they say on May 30th, there's going to be a special episode. I don't know
Oh.
what that is.
Okay.
And then they're
that's
going to
what I
come
thought.
back on June 6th. So we're probably going to get like one of those filler fun episodes with the behind the scenes and shit and then playing games
Yeah,
and stuff.
typical content.
Yeah. So we're going to have a special episode. And then I think we're going to have the big elimination on June 6th, episode 7. There's only 10 episodes. There's only 3 more after that.
Oh,
Apparently.
we're gonna be done in June.
Yeah.
We're gonna be June 27th. Overall, it's been a fun show, but it's like because there's such few kids on the show and it's all been producer feedback. They've set it up so there's very little variance in terms of who's gonna make it or not. I think it's like fairly evident.
Yeah, this is why this fan voting now feel like it might switch a lot
My
of things
heart
up.
tells
but
me
who knows?
Coco should make it, but my mind is telling me that Mai's gonna make it. That's just the vibe. Yeah. So let us know what you would predict if you don't disagree or you agree,
What are your
whatever.
votes?
We'll find out. Hopefully there's some fireworks though. I want something spicy to happen.
Oh well,
We'll
no.
just have to see.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. So this ends SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. I am Doug. I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me this week. We'll see you guys next time when we cover a bunch of crazy releases. Kepler, Akmu, Bad Villain, Artemis, ATEEZ, Eve. There's all treasure. It's all popping off. We'll see you guys then.
Wow.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.